Good morning. Today I am going to run some comps or to show you how to run comps on a tricky property. What we have is a property from one of our students that they are trying to determine what to do with. And here I'm going to pull up, they sent me some messages on it. I want to pull that up. And they said that the zoning is a little funny. They said that, let's see what it was. It's zoned M2, but it's currently used as residential, and they want to know what to do about that. And I advised, again, without knowing anything else about it, I said, as long as it's currently being used as residential, and it can be used as residential for the new owner or the new occupant, that we're going to analyze it as a residential property if that makes the most sense, if most of the properties around it are being used as residential, or again, if that is the highest and best use for that area. So again, I don't really know about this property. I'm going into this blind, and we're going to go ahead and try to do a little bit of analysis with PropStream here. Okay, so I'm going to type the address in here, and it snagged a different one. That's the one I want here in St. Joseph. Okay, so PropStream, let's see what it gives us. We've got a whole bunch of data around it, and you can see there is an auto salvage behind it. And what is that one? That should be our property, right? So 1211, that is our target property. So I'm showing, again, this is just right off the cuff and gives you a real good idea just right off the bat, approximately 105,000 for our average comps. Let me go back and look and see what he was thinking here. And he did not give me a opinion of value. Okay, so the question is, would it decrease the value if I'm marketing it to a flipper? Yeah, I'm saying that value would probably not change much. All right, so let's dig in and let's figure out what this property is worth and what do we got going on here, because it looks like it's kind of a funny backyard there. Let's pull up a Google satellite view of it. Just kind of see what we're looking at. Maybe do a drive-by as well via satellite. Change that one to satellite or via Google. So here's the target property, and we are across from a salvage yard, but it looks like we're actually pretty ways far away from it, meaning you've got a major intersection, train tracks, and then a huge auto salvage yard right there. Okay, so this is not the best part of town, obviously. This is looking like your more normal residentials, be easier to comp most likely. This one's kind of on the outskirts. That's all right. We'll just take off a little bit for that. And it's kind of the same thing. You take off a little bit for being on a major road. So this one, and it looks like this is just his backyard, isn't it? Yeah, I'm guessing the property line is something like that, just based on what I'm seeing here with the changes in colors. Okay, so the yard's not great. Probably ding it a little bit for that as well. Let's do a street view. Perfect. We can get a street view there. So yeah, you're in a pretty industrial area. And this is currently being used, it looks like, as probably both a residential and a commercial area. You can see here, it looks like that could be somebody's home. But you've got a car repair shop there as well. And then next door, it looks like you've got purely a residential house, which is good because that's how we kind of analyze our deals. Okay, cool. So now we have an idea of what we're looking at when we look at this map, right? It's a little crowded here, but you get the idea. So now we know what we're looking at when we look at this map, who's right around them, and what you know, the similar properties are going to be like, or what this one is like compared to those similar properties. So I am going to look at the analysis. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I am going to go in PropStream here, and I'm going to look for our comps. So to do that, and I don't like messing with the size here because sometimes it kind of messes up the view that you guys get when I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm looking at stats, average days on market, list versus sale. That's good. Okay, what I want to do is look at my recently sold. Okay, so we've got about a 1,700 square foot property. That's another thing we're going to need to know. Looks like the properties are sitting on the market for a while, about 134 days. It's a little bit high in the current market. And this one went from family member to family member in 2017. Take a look at the comps. So that's how you get into your comps here. You click on the details and then click on the comps tab. And this is where you can kind of start manipulating what you want to see related to this property, or in regards to this property. So this one, I want to go out a little farther. I've only got two comps here, 54 and 125. The 54, let's see that one there. Is that, oh, that's right here. That's good. I'm going to go out a little further, and I want to go back a little further too. This is my preferred way, is to just go back a little bit further in time so that I don't have to go, you know, make the area so big. But we're going to do that too because we're just not getting a lot. Okay, so I've got, I mean, you got properties all over the place here. Number one, 125. Let's see what that one looks like. So when I'm running comps, you really do need to see what the property looks like when it's sold. And this one has a nice big garage. And the interior is habitable. So it doesn't look like it needs a lot of work for someone to actually move in and live there. Not necessarily meaning that it is top of the market, MLS ready, recently rehabbed, anything like that. But it is habitable here. And this one sold for 125. Okay, let's go back and look at another one here. Okay, and this looks like a pretty nice, normal residential property. Doesn't look as odd, meaning like we just looked at. The fact that it backs up to that kind of little salvage lot, and it's across from a giant one, and it doesn't, you know, it's more in a residential area. It looks like it's more in just a standard, you know, city street, city block layout. So, okay, and that one sold for 54. These are selling really all over the place. Look at this one. 160. And they did something kind of funny with the sink there. It looks like a gas station type of hand washing station. It's interesting for the sink for a residential house. All right, and that one was 160. Single family, single family, single family. Yeah, so these are really all over. I'm going to put this one on the lower end. I mean, I'm going to throw out these high comps. on this property. I'm going to say 160 is not relevant. I'm going to say 150 is not really relevant. I think these 80,000, 85, 75, I think those are your good high comps. So I would work this one backwards from that. Let's call it an $85,000 property, and then we'll apply our maximum allowable offer formula, which would be 70% of the ARV. So here I'm going to pull up a calculator. We'll take 85,000 times 0.7 equals 59.5, and then I'm going to subtract off repairs. I'm going to say this one's going to need at least 25,000 just looking at it. 85,000 times 0.7. Let's do 0.7. 59 minus 25. I've got about 35,000 is most likely my maximum allowable offer. I would probably go in around 30 to start on this one, but that's just kind of a rough guesstimate on it. And obviously there are other factors that come into play. So that's where I would be at on comping this property. Hopefully that helps you guys figure out how to run comps in your business. Thanks for watching.